Famous Jube. It's transfer under
30. Yeah, man. I'm 550.
650.
Okay, I'll say stable here. Okay, I'm going to start with let's start the pants.
Okay.
Yes. 3, 2, 1.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to yet another exciting digital skill entrepreneurship hub session, courtesy of MTN Eswatini. This is our second session where we will be looking at network marketing. We know network marketing to be a multi-billion-dollar industry all over the world, and we have seen people, young and old, all over the world making it in this industry. So in our session today, we want to explore the opportunities that are available in this industry that our young people in the Kingdom of Eswatini can take advantage of. So in this session, I am not alone. We have Nelson Sabese, an agriculture economist by profession, and Lindwe Makakula, a civil engineer, who are also in this industry, and they have also made it. So they are here to tell us more about the opportunities that are available and how young people can take advantage of these opportunities. Welcome, Nelsiwe and Lindiwe, in our session.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone.
Let's see. Yes. Yes, I'm They overwhelm my teams. Funa stay good. Our family loss. Sabe. Yes. Start.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the show. As Sabin has introduced me, I am Nelson Sabese, a network marketer. So my job today is to actually break down what network marketing is. I know that a lot of you have actually heard the word network marketing being thrown around, seeing people calling themselves network marketers, and no one has ever actually given us a chance to actually understand what this industry is and what this industry is about. So what is network marketing? So when we talk about network marketing, we're talking about an industry whereby goods and services are being sold between peers. It's more like a model whereby one person knows a business or a business has been introduced to them, and then this person shares the business with their friends, their family, or their colleagues wherever they are. So in essence, that is network marketing. So we have also heard that there's a lot of negativity centered around this, this industry. People calling it a scam, people calling it a pyramid scheme. For example, as I said, I am a network marketer. I've been a networker for quite some time, and every time whenever there's a business that there is, or during on those days, you come to a person, you introduce that business to them. The first thing that they will ask you is this a pyramid scheme? And for now, can I please just give you the difference between a network marketing business and a pyramid scheme, because it's very, very important to actually understand the difference between those two. So, for example, when we're talking about a network marketing business, we're talking about a business, one, that can be followed through. For example, if, let's say, there's a business that you're working in or a business that has been introduced to you, you should be able to follow through. Follow through how? Go to your internet. You will get information about that company. There should be a track to say, this company started here and they're here now. How many years has that company been in business? And what service are they really selling? Because that is the determining factor to say, this is a business in network marketing. When we're talking about a pyramid scheme, we're talking about a business that is going to come to you and say, you are going to make money. You are going to put, let's say, 500 emalangeni into this business, and within 2 weeks you'll make 10,000. Like, honestly, if you look at those figures, it really doesn't make sense. But unfortunately, when such businesses come to people, they always find us having like serious financial problems. And because we are riddled with all these financial problems, it's so easy to be scammed. I'll use the term scammed. It's always easy to accept such terms when a person comes to you. So that is basically the difference. So in essence, a network marketing business, one, the profits are not very high. It takes time for you to build your business in network marketing, whereas when we're talking about a pyramid scheme, it's always high returns in a very short space of time. So that is the most important determining factor between a network marketing business and a pyramid scheme. And then now, how do you join a network marketing business? So there are a lot of things that come into mind. So for example, I did mention that for one to be part of a network marketing business, you have to get the information from your peers, right? So there's always that person who's going to introduce you into that business. So once you've been introduced into that business, then you can start working your business, work your way up. But for you to work that business up, you first need to understand what that business is about. You cannot work something that you do not understand. If a person comes to you to say, yes, we are selling this product, first understand the business itself. What is the product about? How am I going to benefit from this product before you take the product to someone else? And then number two, since this is network marketing and you are expecting yourself to benefit from it, right? So you also need to understand what we call a compensation plan, because there's always something that you get from a network marketing business. It's not just you selling the product only, no. There's always some bonuses that you get from the business. So you need to understand the compensation plan and then structure yourself, structure your team, because we build teams in network marketing. So you need to make sure that you structure yourself, structure your team so that you actually take advantage of all the benefits that come with that business. And then lastly, when you're in this business, always be a person who has a very strong how. Because for you to be to make it into this business, you really need to have a strong how. Like, why are you joining this business? Why are you in this business? Unless you have that at the back of your mind, you will not make it into this business. This is a business that deals with a lot of discipline. So for you to make money here, you need to be a person who's very disciplined. So, and then another thing that you need to take into consideration when we're talking about network marketing is the fact that, yes, we did say that it is a business that is shared between peers, right? So if it's shared between peers, it means that you have to go to that person every time when you're working that business. When you have that person with you, you are always going to have a person who's more like a mentor. Mentors are important in network marketing. You cannot make it on your own. It's a business that needs people that are always going to help you, motivate you, help you understand the business as well. And on top of that, when we're talking about network marketing, we're talking about business that you can do anywhere, anytime. So in most cases, the most networkers are people who are not employed like formally. So it's people who work from home. And if you work from home, we know that there's so many things that happen when you're at home. A lot of things, you have your chores, you have everything, but you need that level of discipline, as I've mentioned. So you need to be disciplined. And then lastly, when we're talking about network marketing, the most important thing, which I think this is the part that people need to understand, network marketing does not look at your qualification. When I was introduced, Sabelo did mention that I'm an economist by profession, but that is not the determining factor for my success in this business. So anyone who wants to join this business can join anytime. So you can have a qualification, yes, network marketing will welcome you. No qualification, network marketing will welcome you. The only thing that will determine your success or how far you go in this business, it is your how, as I mentioned before. How far do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? What is your why? Because that is what is going to push you. Every day when you wake up, ask yourself, what is it that I want to achieve today? What is my goal for the day? So that is what is going to take you far in this business. And then as I was talking about how far you want to go, or rather the goal that you have for joining this business, you also need to understand that for you to be able to push this business, you have to understand your how, as I mentioned, number one. And then on top of that, it is the people around you. Who is around you? Who is motivating you? Because this is a network marketing business. Like I said, you cannot do it on your own. You need people around you. And who is this person that is around you? What is it that they are pouring into your cup? That is what most people always say. What is it that they are pouring into your cup? We're not talking about what they're putting into you. We're talking about the motivation, the push, the drive that they bring into yourself, into the business that you're in. Because if you're going to have people that, let's say you have the person who helped you join the business, and then that person leaves you as is, it will be hard for you to actually work this business, because this person has to be your mentor. This person has to be the one who's going to help you, especially the few days when you're still in the business. You will need that person who's going to motivate you, help you grow. And then after that, they can now leave you to actually have, because at the end of the day, you have to have your own reputation in this business. In as much as I can have someone who has introduced me into this business, at the end of the day, you have to grow your own wings and then start flying or soar in this business. So make sure that you have people around you who are going to support you, people who are going to help you grow, so that they help you how. Without those people, you cannot be able to succeed in this business. And then lastly, because right now I was just talking about the advantages and how to make it into this business. Lastly, what I need to talk about it is actually the disadvantage, or rather the negative things that can happen as you're in this business. We did say that it is a business that actually works with peers. So you need people around you. You need people that you're going to work with. So the question now is, what if I do not have those people? What happens now? So the negatives of this business. So number one, if you're into network marketing and you do not do the things that I've mentioned, there are certain things that are actually going to be stumbling blocks for you. For example, you have joined the business. Someone has introduced the business to you. You have joined the business. You are working it, but you are not disciplined. Because the number one thing that you have to have in this business is discipline. So if you're not disciplined, like I said, this is a business that a majority of people run from their homes. So if you're not disciplined, it means you will not have, like, for example, if you're in any business, you know that at 8 I need to be at work, right? So even in this business, in as much as you are working from home, you need that level of discipline to say, at 8 a.m., I'm waking up, I'm meeting people for presentations, I am doing this, I'm doing that to support this business that I'm in. Number two, if you're going to be a person who's not going to be following up on your sales, because like I said, you'll be selling products, because network marketing has like different industries. So you'll be selling products, but you're not keeping track of the sales, like your record keeping is not in place. Then you'll have a problem because you will not be able to measure your progress in this business. So this actually gels in with the discipline that I was talking about. And then number three, if you're going to join the business, and you're joining the business and then you are not building any team. So we've had people who have said, I've joined this business, but I'm not benefiting anything. And then the question is, what have you done to make sure that you benefit? Because when you join a network marketing business, you have to have a team. So as you build your team, it means you are going to actually take advantage of what we call the compensation plan. Because most network marketing business have a compensation plan that is actually, that goes hand in hand with a team. So if you're going to join the business and just fold your arms and not do anything, trust me, there's nothing that you're going to benefit. That is why you'll have people coming up crying and saying, I joined this business and I never got anything, or I joined this business, it's a scam. No, it's not a scam. It is because you never put the effort into the business. So I've mentioned three parts: discipline, record keeping, and then building your team. That is three things that I've mentioned. And then the last thing that I'm going to mention, it is working with people that are like-minded. You have joined this business. Who is around you? Is it a person who is actually supporting this vision that you have? Is it a person who is in line with what you want to do in this business? Or it's just a person who you're going to say, oh, there's this business that I'm doing. And then this person will be like, these things of yours, it's always scams. Because that having people who are going to be negative around you is actually going to kill your energy. So that is why it's very important to always try to find people who are like-minded, people who are in the same business. This is a network marketing business, so it is going to help to actually move around, meet people, go to presentations, because in network marketing, there are always presentations. If you look at your social media, you'll always see people or someone advertising something to say, there'll be a presentation on this day, this venue. If you have the time, attend those presentations. Go and listen. You will find that there's one person who actually thinks the same way as you do, or actually has the same vision that you have. And just get close to that person. Get close to that person. Understand what they're about. Listen to their story, and from there, trust me, that is how you're going to grow. So that is basically it on network marketing. For now, I'll give to Lindy to actually take over.
Hi everyone, I'm Lindy Wamakakula Dlamini because most people they know me as that on Facebook. Okay, I just want to say thank you for maybe JA to invite us to unpack this industry that we are in, which we call it network marketing. And most people, they know it as a scams. I don't know why. But until you do your own research, you will understand what is network marketing and how it has benefited a lot of us in as far as the entire world. Because network marketing, like Nelly said, it's just a model of taking your product or your service to the people. So it's nothing to do with like scamming people. Yes, there is a thin line between network marketing and Ponzi schemes. That is why you find that people use the model to scam people. Otherwise, if you do your thorough research, you find that network marketing is just a model of taking a product or a service to the people. So as young people, I would say, make sure that before you take what you hear on the trees, do your analysis, do your research. Because like I started network marketing 2017 years. That's the year I started network marketing. And I was introduced not knowing what it's all about. And it's only 2018 I started to understand. And during the time, in Swaziland, there were very few people that were doing the industry like seriously and in a professional way. They were just selling like products. I would see Tupperware people selling, but not knowing that it was network marketing. Until in 2018, I made a decision that I want to understand. I'm seeing a lot of people making money from as far as Nigeria, from as far as South Africa, because most of the people that I follow online are those people from other countries mainly. So I got motivation from there. That's what motivated me to start pushing, to start learning. Because like I said, this is a profession, guys. That is what we have to understand. Even though it is not yet implemented in a formal schools and stuff, but I believe that one day it will be. Because you cannot win in an industry if you are not maybe empowering yourself about that industry. So even in network marketing, there are skills that you need in order for you to make it. You see that? So 2018, that is when I started to attend workshops. That is when I started to research, to read books about network marketing. Whatever achievement maybe that I have acquired along these years in network marketing, it wasn't like something that happened just like that. I've been putting some effort. I've been educating myself. I've been following people. I've been reading books. There's this guy that I honestly love. That is a network marketing guru, Eric Warren. He has got a lot of books that he has written about network marketing, how to win in the industry. So as a young person, you have to be eager to learn. Myself, I'm one person who I really love young people, because another reason why I started this industry way back in 2017, I used to talk to young people maybe in churches, advise them to go for business, because I'm not only in network marketing only, also in the traditional business sector. I'm there in a way that I would encourage people to go for business. And then while I was doing that, I was facing some challenges. You find that young people, they come to me, says, Lindy, where can I get capital to start a certain business? You find that I don't have a clue. Maybe I'll tell them, go to youth, go to get donations and stuff, but find that they come back and then they end up giving up. And then I was like, you know what? Network marketing is one industry that needs you just to provide a small capital. At times, there's a company that I'm in, 250 to start a business. You get your products, you go and sell. You see, so the minimal capital that needs you to have, it encouraged me that, you know what, instead of pushing people to do business, and then at the end of the day, I'm even unable to help them to get that whatever capital that they want. There was one time I wanted over $1 million just to boost my business. And then I couldn't get it. No one was there to fund me. But I was like, in network marketing, I, for myself, have helped several people to join the industry, to start their businesses. And it makes me happy to see them thriving. So I think that's another fulfillment for me. That's one biggest achievement that I can say. Seeing young people making money for themselves. I have people that are paying for their school fees. I have people who've bought cars through network marketing. I have people who've bought land. I have people who are paying school fees for their kids. So give me, that's the biggest achievement that I can say I have faced in my journey in the network marketing space. Because these days we are facing what we call jobs shortages all over the globe. Even in Swaziland, we have a lot of people that have graduated. And even those who are employed, you find that they are employed on jobs that they don't qualify for. It's just because I can't be sitting at home. Instead, as a young person to sit at home, just get a company, sell the product, or sell that service they are providing, you know, or do something. Because even in the network marketing space, we also have the digital world, like the cryptocurrencies. What I want to say, as a young person, thrive to learn, thrive to research. This internet is not only just for browsing. It's just to find out what are the companies that are there, what are the projects that are there online that you can make money instead of sitting at home and not knowing what to do. You see. So as my assignment was to share a bit on maybe my achievements. Like I said, I have managed to raise leaders, I can say, and I have managed to help a lot of young people in Swaziland and outside Swaziland to achieve their goals, to put food on their table. That's my number one biggest achievement. And while I was in the industry, I've managed to get I've been outside Swaziland several times through network marketing, all trips paid for. 2018, the very same year that I started taking the business very seriously, I had an opportunity to go to China for a whole week, everything paid by the company that I was doing at that time. Because myself, I'm not that choosy when it comes to companies. I do products, I sell products, I also sell the services. So, but all in all, what you have to do, make sure that you don't take what Lindy says alone. Own the business, do your own research, get the facts about that business that you want to do. And another thing, it's very important as a young person to know, who are you? Know yourself. What business that relates to you? There are businesses that even if, no matter how much they can pay, but I cannot do those businesses. It's just because they don't relate to me. And maybe I can see that my market target is not what I can be able to have people in it. So through network marketing, I've managed to, last year, guys, I had an opportunity to go to a cruise ship, everything paid for. It was a very great experience that I've never imagined. You know, at times you find that some trips are not expensive to take. But as black people, you find that we're not that into taking trips. But network marketing, if you are in network marketing, you tend to have an opportunity to explore the world, to explore other countries. I've been in several countries that I've never maybe had, maybe imagine myself going there. You know, I don't have even relatives in Cape Town, but I've been in Cape Town through network marketing, you know. And guys, I'm employed, but I'm not earning a substantial. Maybe you feel that she did civil engineering. In fact, I was told civil engineering is going to pay you a lot. But unfortunately for me, it didn't happen like that. And I still trust God that maybe one day I will be that a role model. Because my dad said, you see, my malume, he's a multimillionaire because he's a civil engineer. He's also going to be having money. But I didn't have that opportunity, even to today. But I have managed to acquire some assets through network marketing. I was telling somebody that, you know what, there's very few things I've done with my salary compared to what I've done with the money that I'm earning in network marketing. Because in a month in network marketing, you find that I make maybe over 50,000 in a month. So that money I'm able to make to do something. I've managed to buy cars. I've managed to buy land so there are several things that even my supporting my family, my kids, taking my kids. Now I have kids, guys, 2 beautiful girls. You know, I was like, I want to take them to a good preschool. Yes, it's a double portion for me because they're twins. But I was scared. I don't earn much at work. How am I going to do it? But network marketing is doing that. I pay my school fees without any hustling. Yesterday I was doing their shopping for the winter season. So what I'm saying is, don't run away from network marketing. Yes, people got scammed in different ways. But what I'm saying is, get the right business, get the right facts, get the right mentor, because you cannot be able to make it without the right mentor. And make sure that you get the right skills. There are skills that you need to master. You don't just dive in and sit down and fold your arms and don't do your research. What are the top leaders have made them to win? Right now in the business that I'm in, there are people who are making over $1 million in a day. So what is it that they are doing that you can't do? And what they are doing, you can also do it. What is it? So be part of. Don't be like putting your one leg, because that's the problem most people have. So that is all I can say about my journey in the network marketing space. I would love to give it to the coordinator. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sis Lindiwe, for sharing your experiences in the network marketing space. So right now, this opportunity, we're just going to open up for questions to our guests over here.
Hi everyone. My name is Denede Dlamini. Okay, I've been sitting here and listening to Sis Nelly and Sis Lindiwe presenting about network marketing. And I have this one question for both of them. So now I would love to know whether you would advise people to take on multiple network markets. Because sometimes you find that you are working for 5 companies, and then that thing maybe will have people thinking you are not consistent. Maybe you also don't know what you are doing as you are working for 5 companies. Maybe you find that you neglect one company and work hard on the other one. So I wanted to ask if you would actually advise people to work for multiple companies.
I think I would love maybe to answer that, because I'm one person who has been engaged in that. And one thing I can say, focus is really, really important. On top of that, as you are focusing, you must be focusing on the right thing. And make sure that whatever you are focusing on, you make sure that it is going to benefit you. I've had people that say, I am focusing, but are you really making it? Do you really see the future, because at times you miss opportunities in the name of focusing. I, for one, do several networks. It depends, not all the time. At times I find that I have two, I have three. At times I find that I'm pushing one. You understand? And then another thing, it's very, very important to understand yourself. Know yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Because as people, we're not the same. I'm able to multitask. You find that you are not able. I have leaders who have been asking me, even Ned was asking, how are you coping? You know, so in my own, like I won't say Nelly be like me. I am Lindo Makakula and I'm unique, and I know how I arrange my work. I don't want to lie to you, it's never easy. And I wouldn't advise a newbie coming into the network marketing space and multitask. I don't advise that. Start focusing, build yourself, know your skill, and until another thing, if you in future would want to venture into 2 or 3 businesses, make sure that you build and then you build. But we don't advise that, honestly speaking, because whenever a person is looking for a business, it's like now you are giving the person a choice to choose, and you find that the other business is struggling. And another thing, for instance, I'm in a product space and I'm also in a service business. You can be an investor in that business. For instance, we are also doing a QZ. You can be an investor with QZ and decide to push a Herbalife and push and sell Herbalife. But with QZ, you only telling maybe your friends, your relatives, the people that are close to you. But on social media, you find that you are pushing one business. Even on my social media, I know that business that I'm doing, that I'm only marketing on WhatsApp, or I'm only telling few people. But I respect what I post on my Facebook. That is because that is my office actually. So I cannot be all over the place. And people, you lose credibility. You lose people who don't end up not trusting in you. So that is what maybe I can say in terms of multitasking. Maybe Nelly, you can add on that.
I think Lindy has said it all. Just to actually summarize everything, in network marketing, we do not encourage people to actually have multiple networks that they work with. In as much as we have people who are doing that in the business, but if you decide to do that, firstly, be a person who's well experienced, like Lindy mentioned, be a well experienced person in the network marketing space. And then number 2, I'll just share what I do. I am not just doing one company. No, I have multiple. But there's only one that people know that I'm pushing, simply because I know the people that I'm dealing with. And like we said before, in network marketing, we're building teams, right? So, for example, you have 5 different companies that you're working with. In which company are you going to build your team? So that should be the question. So if you have all 5, how are you going to distribute your people? And then also the credibility part. If you're going to be working for 5 different industries or companies, so how are your people going to select the one that they have to work for or with? So it's very important to just focus on one that you're going to share with your people. The other one, you can just do it behind the scenes. That is just for you. Make money there. But the one that you want people to join in, or the one that you want to build a team in, that is the one that you're going to advertise for people to come in and join. So that is my part on that question that you had.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sis Nelly. I have yet another question.
Okay.
Okay. So I understood you mentioned that in network marketing, it actually takes time to get returns.
Yeah.
So I've heard people say, join this company and then every Monday you will get paid. And then I don't understand. It takes time to get returns, but other companies will be like, you will get paid every Monday. How do you explain to the people, like make them understand that maybe it's not like it will be instant, like they should have a skill to actually get paid on the Mondays.
On the Mondays.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sister Stella, for that question. Okay, to answer you on that one, the first thing that you need to understand, it is the company that you will be dealing with at that time. Because yes, we have quite a number of companies in the network marketing space, but each and every company comes with its own model. Its own model. So there will be a company that will say, you can invest your money here. The only way you'll make money is if you recruit probably a certain number of people. And then there will be another company that will say, if you put this amount, we are going to pay you this percentage on your investment, probably on Mondays or after a month. So it depends on that company that you have joined. And then another part, you remember when we started this presentation, we talked about a legit network marketing company or industry, and then we talked about pyramid schemes. So now your knowledge, all the information that you have is going to help you to actually screen the industry appropriately or that company appropriately. So if you see the company that's saying, okay, you'll be making these returns like every Mondays. So now you need to go back to the information that you've had or that you've gone through pertaining any business that is in the network marketing space. Understand that track record. What is this company about? How do they make their money? That is actually going to help you in determining the nature of their returns. But if they say, yes, you're going to put your 2,000 today, and then in 5 days' time, it will come back as 10,000, that should be a red flag for you. So in essence, just use the information to actually screen the companies. Information is very important. Proper research is very important.
Yeah,
Thank you.
To add to that, it's not like network marketing, it has to take everybody long time to achieve big results. Our journeys are not the same in life. Same applies to traditional businesses. I know people who just, their first company, they made it. I know one lady in Swaziland, she's doing Inuka. It was her first network marketing company, Inuka. But she just, you know, our journeys are not the same. And the way we run our businesses are not the same. So you find some people, it takes them a while to see good results. Some you find that it takes them instant to see good results, depending on then which company you are really doing. And what are your marketing skills? Are you teachable and coachable in the industry? Because if you are one person that will say, hey, on your WhatsApp status, post your business every day, and then when you go and put your boyfriend and your girlfriend every day, it's gonna be your baby. Honestly, I always check statuses, especially of my team, and then I go to your inbox. Hey, come on, you cannot be having your flowers and your dogs on your statuses without. Where's your business?
Yeah.
We say make sure that your Facebook, your social media handles, your Instagram, you brand yourself well. And when you post once a month on Facebook, but you're saying you're going to make it, and number two, you are very shy. You can't even take. In my bag, I have business cards. You cannot share business cards with people. I have flyers in my bags. You know, you cannot share a flyer. Person, hey, you must be known. You know, they say a closed shop doesn't sell. You have to be, you know. So there are people who are able to do that consistently every day. Therefore, their success will be seen in a very short period of time. But because you market your business once a week, and then
Okay. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much, Nomfundo.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Nomfundo Gama. Well, my question, I think I'm asking for every young person out there, that how can you actually tell if a product or a company is authentic? That's the question. The one that you want to join, how can you tell if it's legit?
Okay. one thing that I normally do, I go online. In fact, I would ask the person who has presented that business to me, send me all the documents that you have. And then a person will send me. Now I'm one person who likes working at night when my mind is silent. And I go through all the documents, I read. And then I go online, I search. So you'd ask yourself, what is it that I'm searching? What is it that I'm looking at? I am looking at the registration of the company. What service are they really providing? How are they making their money? When was it established? Where are their offices? And who is the CEO? How is their reputation when it comes to the industry? Because we have seen companies who comes in, they give us a business, and then once they scam people, they go and start another business. So you try to do that research, you see, and then make sure whatever business that you are selecting to do, there is a product that you are going to be selling to the people, whereas a service. That's the most important. How are they going to, where are they going to get the money that are promising you to? Because in fact, in network marketing, it's easy with the products. With the products, to select a product that you want, a company that you want, it's a matter of looking at the products. Are they related to you? Maybe you love skin products. Myself, I even love health care products, weight loss products. So it's easy to choose a company to do if you are looking on the product side, because most of our product companies, they are legit. And right now we even have companies that are established here in Swaziland. I know some lady who started doing a network marketing business. In South Africa now we have several companies who are shifting their marketing to the network marketing space. So it is easy to choose on the product. The difficulty and maybe the confusion comes in when we are going to the service providers companies, the companies that does trading, the companies that does investment. That's when you have to get even somebody who has got an experience. Because if it's a Panoi, I'll just tell you, do you know this Panoi? Next week, they're hamba. But you can invest on your own risk. But I can also tell you, this is a project that is worth your investment. Just because there are things that I have maybe looked at. There are companies that even till today, 4 years back, I know people have been doing those companies in the investment, saying every Monday we're going to pay you this. And one lady said to me, hey, Lindy, once it's a table, I get skeptical. Once I see the tables, I get skeptical. It's not all the time that the tables, it's scams. It's just that, I don't know, with us black people or Swazis, we are lazy to do our research. We just judge things, hey, it's a scam, double scam. But not wanting to go deeper and understanding the cryptocurrency things. That thing has been there since 2009, and people have been saying crypto is going, crypto is a scam. But till today, and that's where the world is going, to the digital world. It's a matter of us black people to sit down and do a research, because in those developed countries, the Chinese people, they are into these things. And most of the companies that comes from China, most of them, they are good because these people, they are able to read, they are able to research and do things. But until now, we take what other people are saying and not basing on what have you researched about the company. Yeah. That was the only question. Okay, I think you can
Thank
attend
you
the
very much.
Facebook one.
Okay, we have 2 more questions that we've just received from Facebook. So the first question is, what opportunities did you see that convinced you to join network marketing? Is it money or love?
Basically, it's money.
Okay, let me just answer this one, and then I think Lindy will also share her side. So for me, the first thing was definitely the money. What do I mean by money? As a person, you always have your dreams, your goals, aspirations, and everything that you want to achieve in life. And for most of us, when we went to school, we were told that you go to school, get good grades, varsity, then you'll get a job. A job will actually give you everything that you've always wished for, right? And then now you go into the work environment. You look at your salary. You look at the things you want in life. For example, you want a proper TV, smart TVs these days. But your salary cannot afford you that lifestyle. So, and then you see people who are in the network marketing space, and a majority of them, if not 90%, it's definitely 95% of people who are in the network marketing space are people who are not employed in the formal sector. And if you look at them, trust me, their lifestyles are something to envy. So I got to sit down with myself. I was like, you know what? No, man, I need to change my life. I need to afford these things. So that is how I got into the industry. And then when I got into the industry, then that is when the love developed. So much that even today, you cannot tell me to move away from network marketing, like ever, because I've seen the benefits. Not just the financial freedom that you get, but also the people that you meet. You meet so many different people, like colorful personalities. Like we have like a very, very beautiful family in the network marketing space. So it's just, it's both money and love for me.
Okay, no. On my side, I would say it's not, at first, it wasn't about the money, it wasn't about the love. Because unfortunately for me, when I joined network marketing, I didn't know what it is actually. In fact, I knew that it's an industry that I can make money out of, but I didn't have an opportunity to see people making the money. I started seeing the people who are making money when I was already inside. The drive for me mainly was that I'm one person who's passionate about business. That is why even the first thing I did after college, I just registered a company. And people are asking me, what is it that you know about business? It's just that I was that a young girl who liked to read books about business and motivation, and then I ended up motivating people to go for business. And when I get out of college, I knew that working is not something that I want to do, you know. So I had to find a business to do. So when I saw this network marketing, in fact, I started with products, and that is what I was doing, selling products. I was like extra cash to support my business that I've just registered, because 2014 I had my first trading license, you know. So I wanted something, because I was still struggling, I wanted something to boost my. And then when I was inside, that is when I started to see, you know what, out of all the businesses that I can think of, network marketing is the right way for me to raise capital, good money, to invest on those businesses, to do whatever. You know, I'm one person who've been dreaming big. I think Daniel was saying it, guys. I think maybe it's cool. Otherwise, I would dream big, meaning I would even take my business plan, go to the bank and search for a 2 million. And I think now let bank give but like, girl, what is it that, you know, but now with network marketing, I'm like, with network marketing, I can be able to raise capital to start my business without going up and down, knocking every door, going to FinCorp, going to wherever, because I've been in all those doors knocking for money, and now I understand that why they were not giving me that money, because maybe if they gave me to tell because I didn't have experience in stuff. I was just like a young person, passionate. So now for me it was about being a passionate person about business, and then now I love the industry. Even if I can make $1 million a day, I'll always be out there in the streets recruiting, giving out flyers, because now I know with this industry I can achieve a lot. And one day my prayer is to be a full-time network marketing, and I still believe that with God it will happen soon.
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
Sorry. I would like to know, how do you deal... Sorry. I would like to know, how do you deal with negative comments or negative outcomes? Because sometimes you could sell a product to people and the person would come back to you and tell you that this product is making them sick or it's making them whatever. How do you deal with that?
Okay. Like I said, I'm also with the product and I'm selling with a skin from Umgarelo. And then I'm also doing weight loss. I love weight loss products. You see, and I have people who find that I've used your tissue oil in you, but my stretch marks are not going. I've used your soap, but my pimples are not going. Or your soap in Shisile and stuff like that. Yeah, but I didn't get the results that I wanted. But I normally attend the first thing you have to do, don't be angry at the customer. Remember, this is your customer, and the customer has got power to destroy your name, because they will tell the next person and the next person. Just simply, sincere apologize to the customer. I'm so sorry for what my product didn't work for you. And unfortunately, all the companies now, none of them that says we refund you your money if the product didn't work for you. So, no, we don't have those. We give you the money. But I'm so sorry, we product. I promised you it's going to work for you. But you understand, as people, our bodies are not the same. I was hoping also that it's going to work for you, but unfortunately it didn't. Please try another product. You see, don't be angry at the customer and feel like a product, it doesn't mean it has to work for everybody. You've probably have tried Gently Magic, but because Gently Magic is not sold by us as network marketers, you cannot go to Gently Magic or Clicks and say, hey, Clicks, your toothpaste is shisamatino army, you know. But unfortunately, with network marketing, they are able to come back to us. I have one day, we had a fight on Facebook. They're talking about our product that lighting in terms of weight, metabolism, how we react to a product. It's not like if it didn't work for you, it will some the next person. Because I have people who have lost weight within a week, but this one, a month, it went down. She didn't see any difference. So another thing, maybe you find that, try to find out, because a 70 product, you find that the person has not been using the product correctly. You see, and then try to make them understand. So try to use the product like this. But if you see the situation is severe, I have an example of someone in South Africa. She bought the product, and unfortunately, this woman was allergic to one of the ingredients that were in the product. She had her face going like, she had to go to the hospital. I said, you know what, I didn't know that you're allergic to one of the ingredients in the product. And that can even happen even with a product that is at Clicks, that is at wherever shop, that if it's not only our products as products and network marketing. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Lindiwe, and to our guests for the beautiful questions that they've asked. I am sure that all the responses will be helpful and have been helpful to you. Unfortunately, we have run out of time, but if you still have more questions, please do not hesitate to send your questions through the JA Eswatini page on Facebook, and also on our private accounts on Facebook. We have Lindiwe Makakula Dlamini, and then we also have Nelisiwe Mkolo on Facebook. We are also going to share our contact details, so if you have your pen and paper ready or your phone close to you, you can just take down these contacts. So for Nelisiwe Tabetse, MTN number, it is 760-88-267. And then if you have Eswatini mobile, it is 7907-2652. Lindiwe will also share her contacts as well.
Okay, thank you very much for watching. In my contacts, it's for MTN, it's 76606892, and then for Eswatini mobile, it's 79780021. Anytime we get in a network marketers, we don't sleep, guys. You call me even at 10 p.m. I will give you a presentation.
That is true. Anytime we are available, whenever you have questions or need clarity on anything. For today, thank you so much for listening. Hope we'll meet each other soon. Thank you.
Thank you.